Hi, welcome to this new video for my online crochet stitch library. And in this video I will show you these three patterns that are made of slip stitches, only they are just a little bit different from each other, and I will show you how to do that. We will do these three patterns, but before we do that, I first would like to show you something that is coming next. And this is this pattern, for example, and this pattern, and these are made of rows of slip stitches and single crochets. So you can see here what a lovely patterns you can create with combining stitches. And something else that I want to show you, because yeah, I fell in love with some yarn here, and I will grab them because I just used them in my Dutch video and they rolled away a bit because I fell in love with this yarn. It's chenille yarn, and we have a store here that sells packages with 18 different colors, and I love chenille. I love chenille. It's so soft. It's so soft, and I will use that for a little project, and I will show you that also here. And this is the front side. This is a Tunisian crochet, and well, if you have never done that, please don't be intimidated by it, because when you can do slip stitches, single crochets, you can do this just as easily. And I'm working on interlock pattern, and well, I will tell you more about what I have done with this, because it's a little bit different than what most videos teach you. So well, that was about my little sneak preview. And then I would also like to ask you, if you did not already subscribe to my channel, please do so. That really helps me. For everyone who is already subscribed, thank you very much. It's really appreciated, and it really helps my channel. And for everyone, yeah, please give me a thumbs up when you have watched this video and you liked it. And yeah, also I almost forgot that. Put on that bell when you have subscribed, because I will do a lot more videos with a lot more stitches. And when you put on that bell, or ring on that bell, I don't know how to say that, but click that bell that gives you all notices, so that you won't miss a thing. So, well, let's get started with the very first one. So let's do that now. This is actually the version that I also did in my crochet course, where I learned you how to do slip stitches, though, so we go a little bit quicker through that. You can watch that video. I will put the link here and also in the description. But well, this is what we will do first. And what I have done here, I have made a foundation chain of 6 chains, and then I worked back into all the back bumps of the foundation chain, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slip stitches as well. So well, let's do a little recap of that next row for this version. And when you look at the pattern chart, you see that it's just dots, 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 dots all around. And that means it's just slip stitches, and these are worked under the both loops of that previous row. So when you see the V shape here, you work under these both legs here. So, well, let's put my stitch of my loop back on my hook and grab my yarn, and then we work under these both loops here. And for the first stitch, that's always a little bit of, yeah, you have to get it. So I pull up a loop and I pull it through my loop that is on the hook. And you really need to work very, very loosely. And then I put my marker into that very first stitch here, and then I will continue this. So go under both legs of this stitch here, and if sometimes you get confused and don't know which stitch to take next, you can always look at where the yarn comes from, here from the bottom of this one, so that you know that the next one here next to is the one that you have to pick to make your next stitch here. And again, pull through, but do it very loosely. I have used a bigger size needle for this. That helps too, but you still need to work very loosely. So, and here I've come to the end, and here you see the both loops of that stitch. Take it out, and here you have these two loops, and they are, for me, they are always a bit harder to work into. You've seen that also in my previous video of the crochet course, but I will get it, because you know that very first stitch in a row, I do not want that to make that too loose, because if you make it too loose, you will, yeah, it will not be a very nice looking side. So that's something that you should pay attention to. And well, if you have to work back again, work under these two both loops. And well, I will now show you the next version. This is version 2 that we will do, and you see it's very, very fun, because you have rows like this that are kind of a straight line, and this reminds me of the stitches at the back of a knit stitch, so the garter stitch. So well, very fun, and it's quite easy to do. I have frogged my previous row, and we are back here. This is the foundation chain with 6 chains, and I've worked back not single crochets, slip stitches into the back bump of the foundation row, and we have 6 stitches on our chain here. And then I will turn it over, and then when you take a look at the chart for this version, if you look at row 2, you see the dots, but they have a little yeah, half circle around it, and like a cup, so with the top at the bottom. I don't know how to explain that correctly, but you see what I mean. And that means that you have to work in the front loop. Now, what is the front loop? The front loop is the loop that is closest to you. So if you turn this over, this loop here, and I will take a marker here, this is the front loop. This here is the back loop. That is farther away from you, so we work into these loops here only. And well, it's fairly easy to see, because these front loops, they stick out a little bit, so you can easily see them here and where to work into. So of these 3 versions of slip stitches, this is actually the easiest one to do. And well, we will do our first stitch here, And when I place my marker, when doing working in the front stitches, I place my marker into the back stitch. Because when we work back on the other side, that will be my front loop. So again, pick up just that front loop here, and it shows very easily here on top. And let's get that out of the way. So here, and you see it works quicker than the previous version. And this is also a bit more forgiving when you have not worked very loosely, because you only have to pick up one loop. So almost at the end, and here are the 2 loops on my stitch marker, because the previous row was just a row with slip stitches in the foundation chain, and here I will pick that front loop only. So here we have done this first row, and then I will show you the next row, and again we work in the front loop only, and the front loop means the one that is the nearest to you. So when you turn your work over, you see here this front loop here, and we will work into this one, and well, place that stitch marker again, work in the front, place that first marker into the back. So here is the back, and I will show you the next of the row, because I want to show you where the marker is that we just put in there. So oops, if it's a little bit tight, you know, use that point of your hook if you need to. You see how this can help you. Just use the shape of your crochet hook to your advantage. And now we are here at the last stitch. So we see exactly what the last stitch is and where we have to work into, and then finish the row. And here you see already this garter stitch row here, and here on the back you see that row with the straight lines here, and I will show you here again in the example, because both sides look the same. Of course the bottom is different where you did the setup, the first row, and well, here I will show you. You see it's different on both sides. Well, it's fairly stretchy, not very much, and well, now I will show you how to do the third version. Well, this is the third version, and this is one that is used frequently because it is super stretchy, really, and it's used a lot for brims, for cardigans, for instance, for your sleeves, and for hats, and you know it's a really great and super stretchy. So let's do that, and I have pulled out the 2 rows that I just did. So we are back to our foundation chain, and the first row with slip stitches into the back bumps of the foundation chain, and well, this time, and I think you can probably guess it, this time we will work into the back loop. And when you look at the crochet chart, you see that we have these half circles again under the dots, and the top is on the top side. Well, I don't know how to say that differently, but you see what I mean. And yeah, it's fairly easy. But there is something that I want to show you how you mark that first stitch. So you have to pay a little bit of attention here. So again, let's see if I did my yarn correctly. Yes. We pick up this back loop here. And let's do it slowly. You now have this loop here, and that first loop will be the top of your stitch, and here on the front side is the front side of your loop where we will put in that marker. So when we pull it through here, you place that marker here on the left side. So, because it tends to hide a little bit. And well, then we continue the next into the next stitch here, and you have to turn your work to you, because you have to see where that stitch is. So I turn it towards me, and well, let's continue. And yeah, I still work very loosely. I try. And we have come to our last stitch, and this is of the setup row, and of the first row of slip stitches into our foundation row. And of course we have to pick up that back loop here as well. So, well, let's do another row. And again, when we turn our work over here, you see that this is the back loop. Always look at the center of that V shape. Here is where your stitch ended, and so this is the V shape that you need to work into, and here again we work into the back loop. And again, I will show this slowly. I pull up this loop, and here that front loop, and that is now on the left side. This is where I place my marker. And I will turn my work back. Here you see that when you look at this row here you see that here is my stitch marker, and this is, when you look at the top, the V shape, this is the front loop here of that V shape, and that will be the back loop when I turn it over. So let's continue this row. So I have done one, and get it out of the way a little bit, that marker. Well, this is number 2, 3, and again this is slightly more forgiving when you have not worked super loose, because you only have to pick up one loop. But okay, still try to work as loose as possible. Well, not too loose of course, because the stitches have to look nice, and try to work evenly. And then here pick up. It's not my favorite stitch. It really isn't. And here again we have come to the last stitch, and here we have our marker here. Let's take it out, and then we know exactly where to work into. And well, if you are more experienced and you don't need these markers, then yeah, well, just leave them out. But it can be really helpful. So here is, you see already it's stretchy here, and again I will show it. It is super stretchy, so very nice for hats. And if you use a thicker yarn, well, maybe this stitch doesn't work very quickly, but if you use thicker yarns, well, you will have a hat in no time. So, well, I already showed you what comes next, and well, I would like to ask you then, if you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up. That is really helpful. Please help my channel. I'm not sponsored in any way, so this is, yeah, a kind request to help my channel. And well, I will see you back in the next video.